Good morning, happy Monday, welcome back to Greenlight the Day. This is Kelly. I am hoping to combine a lot of things that I've heard this last week, and Janie's vlog yesterday, I felt like she was speaking directly to me. We will talk a lot about the universe speaking to us, and are we listening, and transition, and I've really been in huge transitions, and you all, especially Janie and Sally and Rosemary and so many people, have been a part of me growing and learning. And there are times that we find ourselves at a standstill or at a crossroads and not knowing which road to take. And sometimes, oh, I don't want to make the wrong decision, and the head games that go on, and I really want to make the right decision, and I try and think about, well, how's this going to play out. And I definitely would consider myself a control freak at times. But guess what? We can't control anything or anyone but ourselves. And we can't control the future. And what I have come to terms with, or still have to come to terms with, is we can't control outcomes either. So much of what yesterday's vlog was about just really spoke to me, because some of that mindset does hold me back. Having to dig deep once again to where there are no lies, and being honest with myself. And it's funny how yesterday there was just so many things that spoke to me. Wow. We went to church as a family, and the homily even was talking about almost the very thing that Janie's vlog was about. And it was interesting that when the priest was talking, he gave such a profound quote, and I know that so many of us love quotes. I had to pull out my phone, and I know that that's a no-no, and I yell at my kids, but I didn't want to forget it, so I pulled out my phone and wrote the quote down. And it was funny because later in his homily, the priest had referenced, take your iPhones out, it's okay, write this in your iPhone during his homily. It was funny. He referenced something different, but so I want to read to you the quote that Father Andrew, he's a new priest, it was his first Mass at our parish. And it was interesting how I've never been a Lord of the Rings fan. I haven't read the books, I haven't watched the movies, but his homily was referencing Frodo. And even though I didn't watch it or read it, it was just so great how he would tie it all together. And anyway, the quote that he shared was, "Life is made of choices. They either bring us closer or further away to who we are meant to be." And I'm sure we've all heard that quote said 20 different ways other times. But maybe it was just the place that I was sitting and listening to the homily and where I am in my life that it hit me square. And we are always making choices. We always have a choice. Life is about making choices. And I need to remember that even when I've made mistakes, those are there for me to learn from, and I have. And I'm going to make more mistakes, and I'm going to learn from them too. Being mindful, it's important, but I'm not perfect. I can't be all the time. I get caught up in the busy everyday life with 2 young kids, and they teach me too. I learn from my kids every day, all the time. And what was so nice is at the end of Mass yesterday, a woman that I didn't know stopped me, grabbed me by the arm, and I was taken aback, and I'm like, yes? And she says, I just want to tell you, you have such a beautiful family. And I was just so moved by that. I said, thank you so much. You know, because my kids are not always well behaved. You know, I'm constantly tapping them, shh, shh, you know, but it was just nice. Nice to get validation that I was feeling that I had a beautiful family. I was feeling that too as I sat in church, sitting in the gratitude for my family. So it was a bittersweet moment for me. I don't know, I just feel there's so many different emotions. I feel, once again, I'm at a crossroads, and I've been at many. I guess I'm not so fearful at this crossroads. I think either road could steer me in the right direction. And maybe that's just because I have more confidence in myself. And maybe that's because I know to my core, I'll be okay, whatever road I choose, because I'm strong and I'll work it out. I, too, am coming up on a birthday like Janie. I'm going to be 43 in 2 weeks. And as I reflect back, I don't really think of what I haven't accomplished. I think of how far I've come. Are there many things that I'd like to do? Absolutely. And I'll still do them. But for now, I sit in a place of gratitude for how far I've come and where I've come from. And I feel pretty grateful for that. So I'm going to go so this doesn't get too long. Thanks for letting me work through some of this, and I'm still working through. I so appreciate all the sharing and openness that you all do on these blogs, and I will appreciate any input that you'd like to share. Have a great week, guys. Bye.